So in this video, you are going to learn how you can find the right teacher for yourself to give you online classes. And so in this video, I'm going to tell you where you can find them and what are the things that you have to keep in mind, and also a lot of tips which are very simple, but a lot of people ignore it and end up with the wrong teacher. So in this video, you are going to learn in depth about it. So let's get started. So as you can see, I have explained all the points in a very simple manner. So there are three segments here. This segment is basically to make you aware what are the things that you have to keep in mind and an introduction part. And the next part is where you can find teachers, online teachers, and how easy it is and how difficult it is. And the third segment is what are the things that you need to keep in mind. These are the FAQs or tips, or tips from my end, uh, which will help you choose the right teacher for yourself. So let's get started. So the first thing that you need to understand, and you have to decide whether you are looking for an offline teacher or an online teacher, because you have multiple options. And there is another option as well. You can also look for hybrid teacher, like hybrid model. So what is hybrid model? Hybrid model is basically, first let me explain what is offline and online. So the first thing that you need to understand, whether you're looking for an offline teacher, what it means is a teacher who is based in your local area. So you go to the teacher's place, or the teacher is coming to your place and teaching you, very simple and easy. And the next thing is, all the craze is all about online learning and online teaching. So you can learn through Zoom, Skype, WhatsApp, video call, or it can be anything, Cisco. It all depends. And what do I mean by hybrid learning? So what do I mean by that is, for example, you get a teacher who is based locally in your area, in your pin code, and you are taking tuition from that teacher, right? So the teacher, sometimes the person is teaching you online through Zoom and Skype, WhatsApp, whatever the software that you are using. And if you have any personal doubt, or you want the teacher to come to your place, or you want to go to the teacher's place to do some counseling and clarification, then you can visit the teacher. So when it includes the offline and the online method, we call it hybrid classes, right? And after that, the next thing that you have to keep in mind and you have to take into consideration is location. Where do you want your teacher to be from? Doesn't really matter if you're learning. Obviously it does matter when you're looking for a teacher offline, but if you're looking for a teacher online, some people prefer a teacher from their city, or maybe from their state, or from their country. So this is a very important. For example, if you're looking to learn French, maybe you prefer a teacher who is a French citizen living in France, so you can learn from that person. Or you can learn French from an Indian person who can teach you French, who is based in India. So this is all about your preference. So the next thing that you have to keep in mind is whether you are looking for a personal teacher or you are looking to learn in a group. Because there are two factors which is important. First thing is, you need to understand that not every student is smart, and not every student has the same learning pace. So this has to be taken into consideration, because a lot of students, they need personal guidance, and there are a lot of smart kids who are very fast learner and who can do very well and reasonably well in a group environment. And also there is another option, there is another factor which really affects that is budget. So do you have a budget to afford a one-on-one teacher, or do you have a budget where you can, it will be preferable and it will be sustainable for you if you learn in a group? So these are the things that you have to keep in mind, because if you're looking for a personal teacher or a one-on-one teacher, you have to spend more. And if you're looking to learn or study in a group, obviously you have to pay less, because the amount is shared among the other students. And the next thing is, you have to figure out the language that you are comfortable in, because on SkillYogi there are different teachers from different parts of India and across the world who are teaching in different languages. So here you can find content in different languages from expert teachers. So here you have to figure out which language you prefer, and you are looking for a teacher who can teach you in your preferable language. And the next thing, this is a very vital thing, that is personal interaction, because this is a very vital thing. If you're not comfortable with the teacher, if the communication skills are not good, if the communication channel is not good between the teacher and the student, then it really won't help the student or the teacher, and both of them will be frustrated. Because if you're not able to understand what the teacher is teaching you, the teacher might be a PhD or maybe double PhD gold medalist, but you won't really understand what the person is teaching. So this is a very vital thing that you have to keep in mind. And the next thing is, what are the platforms, which platform you can find teachers from? So the first thing is obviously skillyogi.com. As you know, we are an online learning platform with more than 1000 teachers who are connected with us. So if you are looking for a teacher, as per your budget, you can definitely call our helpline number. The number is given on the screen itself. You can call us up, or you can drop us a text on WhatsApp, or you can visit our website, register on our website, and you can go through the different profiles of different teachers, and there are free videos on their profile in different languages. You can learn from it, and if you want live classes or personal classes, you can directly contact with the teacher, and they will help you with your live classes and your requirements. Next thing is you can contact Just Dial, and they can also help you out with that. There are websites called LearnPick and TeacherOn. These are Indian companies, these are Indian websites. So you can register on these websites and you can find your ideal teacher. Next thing is you can connect through consultancy, because there are different consultancies based across India in every city. So you can connect with them. So you can tell them that, okay, I am looking for offline. They are preferably, they are good for offline tuitions. They can find you local tutors for you, the best one, and you can definitely contact with them. And the next thing is, what are the tips for you from my end, which if you miss out, then you might end up with the wrong teacher. So the first thing is, you must take demo class. What is demo class? Demo class is basically, before confirming the teacher, you are taking some classes, maybe 2 3 classes. So a teacher will preferably give you, and preferably will tell you that they will only provide you with one demo class. But I strongly suggest you that you take at least 2 to 3 demo class, so you can have an idea, have a fair idea how the teacher is teaching and what is the style of teaching of the teacher. Next thing is, after you are taking the demo class, you have to ask with the student, you have to check with the student whether the student is able to understand the teacher, and whatever the teacher is teaching to the student, whether the student is able to understand, grasp, and whether the teacher is able to understand the student and able to teach him or her. And also, you have to figure out and you have to make sure that the communication skills are good and the teacher and the student relation is quite well. Next thing is, you have to check the behavior and rapport of the teacher as well. What does it mean? It's very simple and easy. The behavior is very important. Some teachers are gregarious, they love to talk and they love to tell stories and teach through stories. And there are teachers who are very clinical, who will give you like, okay, this is the problem, this is the definition, this is how you do it. So you have to figure out whether the student is adaptable, and whether the student is able to adapt to the whole system of the teacher, and whether the rapport between the student and the teacher is good or not. And after all this stuff, you have to obviously negotiate with the payment terms, because this is where a lot of problem happens, because of the lockdown. A lot of teachers are flexible and a lot of parents are flexible, because their income has also hampered. So here you can negotiate with the teacher, but make sure that the payment terms are quite clear. How will you pay, when will you pay, how is the payment cycle, and the pros and cons and the terms and conditions. So this is how you can very easily find an online teacher for yourself or for your kid. And these are the platforms where you can look upon. And also, these are the tips which will help you select the right teacher for yourself or your student or for your kid, so they can progress in their career and learn new skills and improve their ranking and their studying, right? So I hope this video was useful for you. If you find this video useful, then like, share, subscribe, and comment with your questions, queries, whatever that you have. And you can definitely contact us if you're looking for a teacher, and register on skillyogi.com to learn new skills in vernacular languages and get expert teachers to give you live classes and personal help.